Good morning, Year 4, and welcome to Wednesday's lesson for English. Today we are focusing on inference, and inference is the next letter in our Viper's reading comprehension skills. So what is inference? Well, inference allows us to make and justify inferences using evidence from the text, okay? And it'd be questions similar to how do these words make the reader feel, or how does the paragraph suggest this? I like this picture. I found this picture on the web, and what I've decided to do is include it in our presentation for today. So it says, inference is the process of making an educated guess about a text based on the clues it provides and our understanding of the world. So, let's take a look at an example. Here's our first example, and it's all to do with about reading the picture. So, you've got no text, but just the picture to look at. This is a chance for you to practice your skills, so I want you to take your time, have a look at the picture and try to answer some of these questions on some paper. You might want to write them down, just so that you know when we go through the answers. What questions are going to come up? Well, let's take a look then. So it says, why is the man wearing small binoculars clipped to his glasses? Why are two people needed for this procedure? Why is a bright light above the patient's head? How can you tell that the people wanted to stay safe from infection? Okay, all of these questions, the answers are in the picture, so you need to look very carefully at the picture. I would start by rereading question number 1 and then looking at the picture. And again, it's about making an educated guess, so you're not going to necessarily know the correct answer, but you might be very close to it. Why not pause the video and have a go yourself? And we'll go through some answers in just a second. Did you write some answers down? Okay, well, let's take a look at some. So, I'm going to keep the picture here so that we can see it, and I'll try and make sure that we've got some of the questions in here as well. Let's see if I can put that to the top. There we go. So, our first question says, why is the man wearing small binoculars clipped to his glasses? And as you can see, it starts with, the man is wearing small binoculars clipped to his glasses, which is taken directly from the question. So remember those skills that your teachers have been teaching you in class. We always use part of the question in our answer. So the man is wearing small binoculars clipped to his glasses because... Okay, and that conjunction there tells us we're going to give an explanation as to why. He is working on something small inside the patient's mouth and needs to be able to see it clearly. Question number 2. Why are two people needed for this procedure? Two people may be needed for this procedure, again, part of the question in our answer, because there are too many bits of equipment for one person to hold whilst treating the patient at the same time. Question number 3, why is a bright light above the patient's head? A bright light is above the patient's head so that the dentist can see everything that they are doing clearly. Did you notice that time that we didn't use because again, but we used the conjunction so? So we've got our part of our question, and we've given an explanation, and we've used the word so to link the two together. How can you tell that the people wanted to stay safe from infection? I can tell that the people want to stay safe from the infection because they are both wearing gloves, protective glasses, and masks over their mouths. So as you can see, there were none of the answers that from these questions around it. You all had to look at the picture. And it was about using your knowledge. So thinking about the gloves to keep us safe from infection, or thinking about the binoculars, which obviously zoom in on things that allow us to see us up close. So, that was our first example. But on the next few slides are some pictures taken from a lovely book that we would be working on in school. Okay, so what you might have to do for these pages is turn them so that they are portrait rather than landscape. Have a look at the words that are in the text box. Take a look at the picture, and that's important. Make sure that you look at both the picture and the writing, because some of the questions could be about what you see here. There is also a second page for you to look at. Similarly, you'll need to make sure it is in portrait so that you're able to read the text, have a look at the pictures, and also read the text at the bottom. Moving on then to our questions. Once you've taken the time to read through the text and look at the pictures and the pages, I suggest you then look through these questions. These questions are, looking at the lighthouse keeper, what do you think he is thinking? Why did a lighthouse keeper need to clean the optic during the day? Why does an attendant need to regularly visit an automated lighthouse? How do you think lighthouse keepers feel when they have to climb from the boat to the lighthouse, and why? And finally, what do you think is the most interesting way to get to a lighthouse? Some of these questions you may find in the pictures, and some of them you may find in the text. What I suggest is rereading the question, taking a look at the other 2 pages, and then answering. Once you've finished, don't forget the most important thing. Check, check, check again. Okay? Good luck. We would love to see your answers on Purple Mash, and I can't wait to see you using all of your knowledge and all of those things that you remember from the world around us to help you answer these questions. See you tomorrow for Thursday's lesson.